a tissue.
That almost took me out.
And experience the most beautiful reunion.
Sponsored locally by TVFCU.
The Union Gospel Mission works year-round to help homeless men in our area, and this Friday they plan to share some Christmas joy with them and would love for you to be a part of it. Jon Rector joins us this morning for their annual Christmas dinner we're talking about, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And do I have it right, though? Is it just the homeless men, or is it all homeless, actually, for this?
We have residential programming for homeless men. But then we do community outreach to anybody that wants to come.
Okay, so the Christmas dinner on Friday is open.
It is to anybody, homeless, not homeless, needy, not needy. We don't care. We're just there to serve a good dinner.
Do you find yourself in conversation with people sometimes, Jon, who you try to be careful how you correct them maybe, but they have one idea of what the homeless population looks like, and then you have to remind them of what it really is like?
Yeah, I try to be tactful, but I've been doing this 23 years now, and I'm kind of getting that grumpy old man syndrome.
Yeah.
And so the tact sometimes is not as convenient as it used to be. But yeah, homelessness has so many different faces, especially these days. For years and years it was the grizzled old alcoholic man, and that was the stereotype. But now the fastest growing group of homelessness is children. And single moms and families. It's just really tough.
I was talking to somebody, and I can't recall who, but it was on the air the other day, and this person was saying how sadly rent can get jacked up pretty quickly and pretty substantially, to the point that people can't afford it, and next thing you know, they're out.
Yeah, that's been a crazy thing here in the last couple of years. A one-bedroom apartment's going for $1,200 a month. What are you going to do if you've got 2 kids, you need 2 or 3 bedrooms? You're talking a couple $1,000s a month pretty quick. And on just normal wage jobs, unless 2 people are working, that becomes tough to afford.
Right.
And so that's part of what we do is, we can't house everybody, but we can reach out to everybody and try to help them where we can.
So with this event on the Friday.
Friday.
What time does it start? And you say you're trying to just give them a nice meal.
Sure.
You did a nice barbecue earlier that you made. Are you making this meal too?
We do. Yeah, we prepare all of our meals. It'll be ham and turkey and green beans and corn and potatoes. Desserts and drinks, and for us that's a traditional Christmas meal, and so we try to do that as much as possible. Make it traditional, make it something people will enjoy. We could do sack lunches, and sometimes we do during the year, but for the holidays we really try to do something special.
People are often thinking now about kind of what they're going to do come January.
Yes.
I think sometimes we can all feel a little bit guilty that we have as much as we have, right? And
No
you
doubt.
look for ways to give back.
Yes, ma'am.
Are there some ways that you can identify that people could help?
Be happy to. Obviously, the elephant in the room is financial gifts. If folks would like to support us financially, they can go to our website. They can give right online. But if they want to do something more hands-on, if they'd like to bring blankets or hats or gloves, clothes down to the event on Friday, they can bring them down there. We'll have stuff set up for those in need to go through and get whatever they want and take what they can use. And there's always that if they could come down and volunteer, help us serve the meals. On Thanksgiving, we served over 500 meals in just over 2 hours down there.
How important are events like this to reaching the people who aren't lucky enough to live with you at the shelter, but they meet you, like giving them that dignity and that voice? Is that important?
It is. I tell every year, I say that for me it's like a family reunion. I've been doing this for 23 years, and I'll see folks down there and get to hug necks and shake hands, and with folks that I see every year. We see them 2 or 3 times a year, and they look for something more than just a meal, more than just a new pair of pants or a hat. They really look for that camaraderie, and we try to offer that as well. Hope is great, and that's what we're really giving away, is a little bit of hope, hopefully.
I get kind of sappy this time of year, so I'll try to not get too into it, but I heard something, maybe I was watching a movie, I don't know, this week, and it was talking though about the value of a life. And that you have a tendency to kind of put value on the ones that appear to be successful.
Sure.
And the arrogance of that, because how are we to know who's going to be most used
That's right.
on a given day?
Yeah.
Do you see that?
We do. Especially as we're talking about our residential programs, as guys come through our programs, we have the great opportunity to help them change their lives. I could give you a list right now of 3 or 4 guys in the last 2 years. One young man, he was separated from his family, went through our program, was working, got his job. He now is remarried. He's got custody of his 2 daughters back.
Wow.
And he's contributing to society when a lot of people would have just written him off. And so a lot of times the entry into that is meeting these folks where they're at on the street, providing a meal, and helping them know there's something better than what they have, and that we can offer them some of that, hopefully.
Okay, so if people want to help you with Friday, do you need anything, or just bring down those blankets and that kind of thing?
The biggest thing we always need is desserts.
Okay.
That's always the big...
That's a fun one.
It is. And so, homemade desserts are great. If folks would like to make some cookies or brownies or a cake or an apple pie or whatever, and bring it down, they're welcome to do that. All the information is on our website. We're going to be serving from 11 until 2, or until we run out of food, which we did on Thanksgiving.
Okay.
But yeah, they can just come down. If they'd like to register on our website, they can do that, so we get a count of volunteers. They can reach out to us on social media and let us know they're coming, and if they'd like to bring something. All those things are available.
Well, here's the information then for you to jot down for whatever way you need it. If you perhaps could benefit from the offerings that they have, they'd love to hear from you.
Yes.
If you're in a position to help them, they would equally love to hear from you. So 752-4998, theuniongospelmission.org is their website. Merry Christmas.
Thanks, Julie. You too.
Technology has greatly changed the world we live in. Unfortunately, though, we see the unintended consequences caused by cell phones on a daily basis. The law is on your side. At Wedemark Keith, it's more to us. It's personal.